Hello everybody, it's Saturday the 28th of January. This month's nearly over, 2023, and it's about 1:45 in the afternoon. Been cold a day, well, like most other days lately. Anyway, I'm having my first walk along the river down at Shotty Bridge. First walk this year along here. See if it's out changed. I've never been for 2 or 3 months actually. This wall now seems to be leaning out. Don't remember it leaning that far, but probably has done. There used to be a shopping trolley down there which has disappeared. And from here it doesn't look like a great lot of water, but we'll see when we get there. There's a van here and a car, so at least somebody's doing there. Yeah, well, it's a bit fresh as I say, but I've been doing a lot of stuff in the house, so I thought I can get a bit fresh air while I can. Just coming on the bridge. Aye, steady flow of water like, but I wouldn't say it's a great lot of it. There's a duck gun doing the river there. Just past a couple leaving, maybe that's them in the car. Just came over the little bridge. Quite muddy. It's alright for walking like, but it's quite soft. I would imagine in places it'll be pretty thick of mud. Well, I wonder how everybody's been doing. Alright. I think while waiting for the late nights to come back, I know I am sick of these dark nights, early nights. End up going to bed early half the time, just watch a bit of TV. Now today it's that boring at times. Just came down the usual part just to get into the flow of the river and that. Usually this time of the year you can't have gone any further than this. The river's actually covering all these stones, but not too bad that year. It's more like what it's like in the summer. You forget how nice it is to see the river until you come back to it again. North mossy like, so I would imagine it's very slippy. Still coming at some pace here like. me seeing any wildlife yet, but there is something up there, not wildlife, some rubbish being dumped. Some, oop, slipped, some kind of plastic or something like that. Just away a bit from the river at the minute. This little stream is running into it. The river's just running round the back of them trees there. I'm interested to see how the Lovelock Bridge is getting on. How many locks is on now? Trying this bit where it's sheltered from the trees. I can see the Lovelock Bridge just up through the trees. You wouldn't normally see it this time of year when it's you wouldn't normally see it in the summer when all the leaves is on the trees. I'll just have a little look over here a minute, just to see what's over here. I've never looked over here before. It's just a river like, but just a different view. Yeah, it's run nice and calm there. Right, next step, Lovelock Bridge. There's a new sign. Public Space Protection Order for Dog Control. Allow a dog to foul without picking it up. Allow a dog to stray. Roam loose. Wander, exercise without responsible ownership. Owner present, sorry. Fail to put a dog on a lead when asked by authority officer, authorised officer, council officer or police. Allow dogs in designated fenced off play sites. Dogs are not allowed into designated fenced off play sites. Enforced by a fixed penalty £100. Reduced to 60 if you appear within 10 days. You know. Follow our lead, be responsible dog owner. Right, something new up here I can see. I'll count the locks first. It's a big one up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a big one. It's got a tag on as well. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Never get anybody putting them up this far, like. The glamping site's just through them gates over there. What was that? 16. 17, combination lock. 18, 19, that's not a lock like, but we'll say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34. Right, I'll go back and have a little read at one or two of them. If it's out interesting, I'll put it on. This big one here says One side on this target says 40 years, and then it says Paul Dyson 14262, Michelle Dyson 14263. Wonder what that means. And the one the family put on from us for America, We Love Consett Vloggers, still there. Anybody's took it doing yet. So that's alright anyway. Just heading along the narrow path to the steps, fish pass as it's called. See what that looks like today, how many trees is there. And actually I wish I brought me wellies because I would have had to walk across. Never mind, plenty more times. This woman's got still got a few sheep in the field. See, a few's only 4 or 5. Got a hell of a lot of wool on them. Fish pass is looking like it's got a few trees stuck in the middle. See better when we get there. Just entering the fish pass now. Looks like these has been dragged out the water. Well, not much has changed here. Water's still nice and calm. Usually look up there and you see fish jumping, but don't know about this time of year. Ah, there's a few trees stuck on the edge of the waterfall. Pleased to see anybody's wrecked this fence, this metal one, like they did with the wooden one. That didn't last very long. And the fish pass is still running okay all the way down. Well, we'll keep going. It's enjoyable anyway, that's the main thing. Got 5 ducks on the other side of the water, just sitting over there. 2 was in the water, but they've moved out the water since I came down. I just passed a little dipper, and this camera's got a zoom on to only 3 or 4 times. I went to zoom before and there was no button there. I thought, oh crap. But it had come off, it was in my pocket, luckily. It's a tiny, tiny little thing. I thought I've lost it and have to stand away for another one. And anyway, just seen a heron fly up the river. It must have been in the river and seen us coming. So, might bump into that a bit further up. Depends how far it gans up the river. Never seen anybody apart from at the beginning of my walk. And after I filmed the Lovelock Bridge, there was a couple came over the bridge while I was busy Looking at the padlocks. What did I say? 34 or 35 or something. Building up like. That big one was like unusual lock. Like looks like a more high security lock rather than a little decorated one. What most people put on. Up there's another little dipper. I was just sitting on that rock over there. It's not bad like as far as mud's concerned. It's quite alright. My feet's getting more dirty when I'm walking through the woods with the dogs than what it is here. Nice walk along here, mate. I think I'll go all the way and come back along the top through the woods. Might as well, seeing as I'm this far. Right, I'm just up to the place where I normally have a bit sit in fine weather, of course. Just on this tree, right. So I've got to go up the end of that field, up the bank, and then up the field, and then along all the way along here, along the top of there, and back where I started from. So anyway, booked up for the Lake District, just 3 nights in June, 3 nights in August, just to get away, different places, have some walks with the dogs. We're going in the caravan, so looking forward to that. Be here before you know where it is. Not that you want to wish your life away like, but anyway, looking forward to it. And then plan on going to Sea Houses, Berwick, Farne Islands, if possible. I've been told that you can go to Farne Islands but you cannot land on it. And I'm not interested if I cannot land on the island, because that's the highlight of it. Get on the island and get attacked by the Arctic terns. See the puffins, guillemots, herring gulls, shags, cormorants. See them all nesting, which is great to see. Got to make sure you wear a hat though. If anybody thinks about going to Farne Islands for a landing trip, you need a hat because you get pecked to death on your head off the Arctic terns, and it hurts, believe me. They got dead pointy beaks. Not that I've went without a hat like, but I took my daughter when she was about 6 many years ago. She's 30 odd now, and she didn't have a hat, so I had to give her mine. And all I had was my hand on my head, and it was covered in blood. Peck, peck, peck. That was the last time I was there, actually. There's a cormorant just went down there. Aye, so I've seen deer in this field as well. When I got my first drone, I used to sit next to that tree there and fly the drone around here and up over the top of the trees, because the caravan park's just over the back. Used to Gone up over the top of the trees to have a look at the caravan park. I might bring a drone down sometime when the weather gets fine. I'm actually thinking of selling it and buying a newer one. So see what happens there. I know you kind of getting out near what you paid for them, like, but same with everything else. It's like the electric bike. I put that up for sale and had any takers. It's only done. Just thought somebody was coming. It's only done 40 odd mile. But just didn't seem to have time for it. But who knows? I'll either try selling it or use it. Heading up the hill now. It's a bit of a steep incline this, and a bit muddy as well. The leaves help, of course. Caravan park's just there. I made a video the other week on the caravan park, and it was not that van there, but the next one behind it, where we're doing an install in there. I'm now up the top, and the caravan park's way through the woods doing that. The sun's behind us, as you can see the shadow there. Normally a massive big crop in this field, different stuff every year. Looks like something's planted, like, but I don't know what that might be. It just looks like grass. But you can see it's been planted in rows, so grass doesn't grow like that, it just grows everywhere. So I'm heading down to the woods on the other side of the river. Sorry, on the same side of the river, just further over where I pointed before. So I'm going to be right up the top, looking down on the river, but you can hardly see it from here because it's a way off. No sign of much wildlife yet, just ducks, dippers, and cormorant. Right, I got the end of the field, now into the woods. There's a little stream down there, like, but the river's like across that field. Now, see somebody walking along the edge of the river with a dog. Plane flying over. Some people away on a holiday, probably. Lucky for them. Been a while since I was abroad. 2019 was the last time I was abroad. I ended up in California, USA, eventually, and that's where I bought me my first vlogging camera. $400 it was. That was the first version of this one I'm using. I thought they might come up with an upgrade on this one, like, but I haven't. Still the same thing. They made a white one, but who cares about a white one? Get monkey off your hands, wouldn't it? Just newfangle, make a white one. Change the colour, same camera. And I made a brilliant video on the way home of the flight, but I lost it somehow. I don't know how or what happened to it. If I find it, I'll stick it on, because when I come in our Heathrow, we're right above the clouds, and you could see the shadow of the plane on top of the clouds from the sun. Looked really nice. But never mind. 2019 that was, and I've got no intention of going back anywhere abroad. Quite happy to do a bit in my own country. Not too much a fan of red hot weather. Nice for a change, but you soon get sick of it when it's hot every day and every night. Takes some sleeping when it's hot. Right, downhill. There's the one of the holes that I normally look at. Fox or badger, I don't know, but looks fresh still. Well, today when I came out, I picked my camera up and it says 75% on the battery, and I thought, oh, that's alright. What's this? Another hole. It says 75% on the battery, and I've just put it on there and it went, come up message, focus failed, recharge, but still said 56%. So something not right there. Anyway, I did say to myself, take your spare one. I didn't normally do that, but you know, one of them things. So there's another hole here. Now this is a fresh one, just there. So yeah, when I was talking about California and my first one I paid $400 for, I'm using it now. Lucky I had it in my pocket. I mean, this one doesn't zoom in out like that, but anyway, I'm interested to see what that's about. 56% battery left in it, showing a red battery as well. Maybe it's just a fault, I don't know. I'll have to give it a charge when I get back and give it a test. Probably take it out tomorrow somewhere. Maybe it's just longer term walk somewhere else I haven't been to this year, and not for a few months. I'm heading down out of the woods now, back towards the fish pass. So I've enjoyed the walk anyway. But yeah, something not right there. I'll have to look into that. We'll have to get it on charge and see what happens. I'll check the battery on that first, like. We'll take it from there. Anyway, the weather's canny. Very canny. I had to actually open my jacket. It was quite warm. Of course, in the woods and all. Bit of a little stile here to get over. I've always laughed at this one. You've got a big, massive gap here to stand on, but when you get the other side, it's only totally bigger than me width of my shoe. You've got to kind of keep a hold. Right, that's it. Fish Pass was interesting. Nothing's changed, like really, all the way up there. Right up. And then up along through the woods. Now it's changed. I'm looking over there. There's a van. Oh, it's on the road. It looked like it was in the field for a minute. There's the Lovelock Bridge again. Somebody just over there, sitting at the boot of that car. Either getting ready to go for a walk or just beat my one. Looked like they were changing their shoes. Whew. It's warm like. That's the thing, and all of you, I mean, if you're sitting in the house dining out on the computer watching the telly, you sit freezing. Come out, get yourself a bit of exercise and you're boiling hot. And you get back in and you're stripping your clothes off. That's what it's all about, and you forget when you haven't done it for a while, you know, with the weather and the wind and the rain. And then you get a nice day and you come out and you realise or remember how nice it actually is to get out there amongst it and get some exercise. It's lovely. Right, just coming up the end of this one. Back to the little bridge across the river. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And up the stairs we go. Just past the guy there, just coming down with his dog. Right, back on the road. So, that's the end of this one. Find out what happened with the camera. We'll get in, make a cup of tea. Then think what we'll have to eat for tea. So, anyway, if you didn't mind, thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, thumbs up. Or thumbs down, it's up to yourself. Thanks for watching anyway, and if it's your first time here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Doesn't cost now. Oh, there's that shopping trolley, it's still there. I missed it on the way down. The colour of the stone down there. Right, thanks very much, take care, see you in the next one, bye for now.